Day 24. Running Together. In the winter of 2011, I joined a cycling team. Once a week, I hop into a hand-powered tricycle and run laps at an indoor track in preparation for a series of road races in the spring and summer. A few weeks ago, I completed my first race since joining the team. I was amazed at the amount of people cheering me on as I approached the finish line. Since then, the opening verses of Hebrews chapter 12 has been on my mind. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. This verse is a continuation of chapter 11, where the writer names a variety of people found in the Old Testament who demonstrated great faith and commitment to God. These courageous men and women trusted God even when their lives were at risk. Among them are Abraham, Moses, Rahab the prostitute, Samson, King David, and Samuel. Abraham relocated his family and all his possessions with no destination in mind and nothing but God's voice leading the way. Moses led an entire nation in a revolt against his adopted father. Rahab committed treason by hiding spies in her home and helping the Israelites wipe out the people of Jericho. The list and the stories go on. The writer of Hebrews goes on to remind the reader that faith in God conquers kingdoms, raises the dead, offers strength to those in need, and defeats whole armies. Hebrews chapter 11, verses 33 to 35. Great faith can also lead to difficult times. Faith in God, the author says, cost many their lives as they fell victims to torture, floggings, and public execution. Hebrews 12 opens with a word picture of running a marathon. Those listed in the previous chapter make up our cloud of witness. Those who have already finished their lives of faith are cheering us on as we follow in their footsteps. By providing us with examples, we are encouraged to continue, as the Apostle Paul says, toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called us heavenward in Christ Jesus. Nearing the end of my first race, I was tired and sore, but had a steep hill to climb. A few times, I had to stop and catch my breath. While I was resting, other racers encouraged me to keep going. "You're almost there. You can do it," they shouted as they passed by. Thanks to my fellow racers' urgings, I had the strength to finish. Before I knew it, I was at the top of the hill. From that point on, the race was easy. Sometimes the path ahead of us is steep, the finish line difficult to see. That's one benefit of reading verses like Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. They remind us that we have a community of believers to turn to for help. If you have been running the race of faith on your own, then Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 should strike a chord with you. A life of faith in Christ cannot be done alone. We need each other. So let me encourage you to find someone you trust and feel comfortable being vulnerable around. Begin by asking God to put people in your life with whom you can run the race. Then, together, trust His leading, just like those who have run the race before you. Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, two people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. Three are even better, for a triple-braided cord is not easily broken. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 to 12.